A match for the ages is what we have in front of us today. Oh, you'll be on the edge of your seats, and that's a guarantee. The action has never been this fast-paced or heart-thumping, and the adrenaline is at an all-time high. Welcome, fellow brothers and sisters of the Creed, to the Assassin's Creed tournament. The second quarterfinal is already upon us, and today we have my personal favorite match, the ultimate underdog versus the pirate bastard. AC3, one of the most underappreciated and underrated games in the entire series. Even though many years have passed, the fanbase of this game just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And on the other hand, Black Flag, a game that's universally accepted by players to be one of the finest, and it's only aging like fine wine. With each passing year, this game is solidifying its stance as being the best in the franchise. And despite the fact that these games were just 1 year apart, they are miles ahead of the competition. The bar these two games have set is so high that even to this day, that even some of the new titles are not able to surpass it. But this battle today will prove which title is the absolute best amongst the two. The judgment day is inching closer, and now's the time for you to subscribe to the channel and be a part of the community. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get ready to rumble!
AC3 versus Black Flag, here we go. Round 1 for the visuals. The one aspect that both these games got absolutely spot on was the natural habitat. Be it the amazing forest of the frontier in AC3 or the vast, never-ending Caribbean we witnessed in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They were both simply extraordinary, especially when you consider the fact that these games are almost a decade old. Now, isn't that crazy how quick time has passed on? And even today, the visuals of these games are absolute knockers. This is exactly why this match is my favorite. Right off the bat, both of them are punching each other hard, and nobody seems to want to go down. Oh, but what do we see? Assassin's Creed Black Flag takes the first round. A terrifying kick to the solar plexus of AC3. Well, I guess this was always bound to happen, because the Caribbean of Black Flag is simply brilliant. It is almost unmatched in its sheer beauty. And as far as visuals go, Black Flag is definitely the superior one. But not by a long shot, definitely not. AC3 gives tough competition, but Black Flag takes the round. And now round 2 for the story. Well, these two warriors are at it again. They are absolutely unleashing a barrage on each other. I love matches like these, because quite frankly, if the odds are overwhelming for one title, then what's the fun in it? But my god, that's not the case here whatsoever. Despite all the criticism AC3 got, its plot is actually one of the best. There are high stakes throughout the game, in the real time and the past era. The story of the father and son duo, the way they've put it, could not have been done better. And on the other hand, we have the story of Edward Kenway. And Black Flag is actually the prequel to AC3, and its story was every bit as good as the story in AC3. The way Edward goes from being a greedy, selfish son of a bitch to an assassin who now has the ability and the strength to look past his own desires and selfish motives. And after some hard-hitting back and forth, Assassin's Creed 3 takes the victory. And you might be wondering exactly why. See, the thing is, the story of AC3 has been so neatly and seamlessly intertwined with the American Revolution. Now, that is incredibly rare. The only time we've seen this in Assassin's Creed before this is in Assassin's Creed 2. Remember how they integrated the Renaissance era into Ezio's story? Now, that is what I'm talking about. We got to see not only the assassin Connor, but the patriot, the American Connor Kenway. And even though Black Flag's story is one of sacrifice, evolution, and heartbreak, when compared to the story of AC3, it does not match up. Round 2 taken by AC3, I never saw this coming. Both these games are tied at 1 point each. Now for the third round, the better character designs. Well, another round and the same old story. They're both at loggerheads once again. Because the thing is, both these games have character designs that can never be forgotten. Take AC3 for example. Even if you take the main characters out of the equation, like Connor and Haytham Kenway, Charles Lee, there are still so many characters that you'll always remember because their appearance was so distinctive and matched their personality so damn well. Connor's mother Zio, George Washington, John Pitcairn, Thomas Hickey, Sam Adams, Paul Revere, the list just keeps going on and on. And at the same time, in Black Flag, the character designs are just as good. Bartholomew Roberts, Edward Kenway, Adewale, one of my favorites. And then there's the devil himself, Ed Thatch, and Bonnie, Captain Kidd. There are so many, but the honest fact of the matter is, shockingly, even here Assassin's Creed 3 takes the victory. Now, can you believe that? AC3 countered at the very last nanosecond and connected with a devastating hook. Black Flag is down on its knees. Third round taken by AC3. Now, I did not see that coming. only when I put into perspective and thought about how many amazing character designs there are in each game, I realized that AC3 has far more number of great character designs than Black Flag any day. Well, AC3 had the numbers advantage here, and that's the only, and I say it again, the only reason why AC3 won. Oh, the battle heats on. And now we go to the 4th round for the better combat. When we talk about combat in these two games, we have to take into account both the hand-to-hand one and the naval combat. And without a doubt, Black Flag wins this round. Not only was the hand-to-hand combat much more superior than AC3, the naval combat is where this game took the round. It has literally been perfected, and this definitely was the golden age for the war on the oceans. The naval combat has just declined with every subsequent release. I mean, come on, Unity and Syndicate didn't even have it. And Rogue, well, the less we talk about it, the better. But the overall combat is far too much for AC3 to handle. And then again, AC3 is just a downgraded version of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And it's already shocking that it took the story and the character designs round. But the combat, well, Black Flag would have never let AC3 take that. And now we go to the 5th round, the parkour. Well, once again, AC3 puts up a good fight, a great fight. But the age and the downgraded gameplay of the game really does it dirty. Because the parkour in Black Flag is a teeny tiny edge over that of AC3. The free running gives just a bit more opportunity and freedom to the players, and that slight teeny tiny edge allows Black Flag to take the win. 2 consecutive rounds taken by Black Flag. That must be a sigh of relief for the title, because the way AC3 was going, I thought it's gonna steamroll over Black Flag. Then again, it's not the clash of the titans for no reason. They are both excellent in their own right. And the 5th round without a doubt goes to Assassin's Creed Black Flag. AC3 is down on its knees. It's bleeding. Can it get back into the fight? Let's find out in the 6th round for the better music. How much of this can my heart take? Another head-to-head evenly matched round. Well, these fighters are doing everything in their power to make sure they come out victorious. Both these games have tunes that are out of this world. I've said this before, Black Flag has the quintessential ocean music. And add to that the moving, soul-touching shanties. But they're a part of the music too, aren't they? The tunes are right on the money. And then there's Assassin's Creed 3, one of my favorite albums in the entire series. When the music plays, you can feel the revolution in the air. It is really that good. You know, it really awakens the patriotism in your heart. And at the same time, it sums up the situation perfectly. Be it the Trouble in Town soundtrack that plays during the Boston Tea Party, or the Native American music that plays when Connor's teaching Karan on how to hunt. Not only is it brilliant, it's perfect. Well, it's a tough one to say the least. And shockingly, this round goes to AC3, and the reason is numbers advantage. This is exactly how AC3 won the character designs round, because here in this situation, AC3 clearly has more memorable soundtracks and fitting ones than Assassin's Creed Black Flag does. Everything from the main theme and the main menu music, the tunes that play during the combat, the heartbreaking melody that plays when Connor leaves his village, it's all made so impeccably by Lon Balfe. AC3 cannot lose to Black Flag in this regard whatsoever. Shocking but true. Well, they're both tied once again. Just when you think one game has the advantage, the other one makes it all even. What a hard-hitting bout. And now for the 7th round for the better protagonist. Well, many people are gonna blame the referee for being biased here, but this round unequivocally goes to Black Flag. Edward Kenway is a far more finely written and polished character than Connor ever could be. Well, Connor's grandpa really kicks ass here. Even though Connor himself was a complex and layered character, his character development was all over the place, but that was not the case with Edward whatsoever. The way he matured and all the losses he suffers in the process, it's all simply brilliantly put on screen. And this man has a certain fierce charm. Although Connor's charismatic in his own way, it does not translate as well on screen as Edward's charisma does. Well, it's Pirate Kenway all the way. The 7th round is easily taken by Black Flag, finally one lopsided round. I was waiting for that because it was getting really hard to judge. And now for the 8th round for the better antagonist. Well, it's the second lopsided round, can you believe that? Because I'm yet to see an antagonist in the Assassin's Creed series that can go toe to toe with Haytham Kenway on his best day and come out on top. It's simply impossible. The charisma, the personality, and the logic behind this man's entire character is simply flawless. No, it's not like AC3 is called underrated for no reason, and Haytham Kenway is a big part of why. And on the other hand, we have Bartholomew Roberts. Well, he was memorable. I won't say he was bad, but he does not and simply does not come close to Haytham Kenway. A horribly lopsided round. Bartholomew Roberts beaten into the ground, into the dirt by the monster that is Haytham Kenway. Now for the 9th round for the better side characters. There are some stunning side characters in both these games. Apart from the ones I mentioned in the character designs round, there are so many more. In AC3, there's Achilles, Davenport, the entire Davenport clan, because they're really a vital part in bringing out Connor's real personality. Because outside Davenport, he's a different man. He's serious, he's brutal, and simply put, a violent killing machine, but at home he's a different man altogether. He's loving, caring and helpful, and he treats the Davenport clan as his own family. But on the other hand, in Black Flag, see, the pirates are amazing. They are simply brilliant. But unfortunately, such is not the case with the Templars. Be it Woods Rogers or the Templar Grandmaster Torres, they are all forgettable. They do not even come close to the amazing side characters in Assassin's Creed 3. No freaking way. It's not just how good they are as individual characters, it's about how much value they add to the overall game. But when that's the case, Assassin's Creed 3 takes this round all too easily. AC3 at 5 points, Black Flag at 4. If Black Flag wins, we head into the tiebreaker. And now for the 10th, the final round for the better ending. It's essentially Connor's revenge versus Edward's salvation. Connor's story ends with him stabbing Charles Lee in the heart, and the story of Edward comes to a halt when he finally meets his long-lost daughter. And well, guess what? We all saw this coming, didn't we? Because Black Flag definitely takes the final round here, no doubt about it. I mean, as good as the ending of Assassin's Creed 3 felt, it cannot measure up to the amazing cathartic end of Black Flag. At the end of Black Flag, you feel it was all really worth it, because Edward's story was really a tragic one. He loses too many people and he's almost alone at the end. But when this man finally meets his daughter, you can almost see tears of joy in this man's eyes. And this game leaves you on an absolute high note. And no matter how good Connor's story was, when the ending is in question, Black Flag takes the round without a doubt. Well, it's finally happened. These two games are tied, and rightfully so, because they're just as good as the other. But which game will take the edge and enter the semi-finals? Let's find out now, because it's the tiebreaker now. And the tiebreaker round is for the overall feel. Which game has a better overall experience? Is it Assassin's Creed 3 or is it Black Flag? And I can tell you with absolute certainty, Black Flag wins this round. AC3 is knocked out at the very last second. What a shocker that was. Or was it? Because Black Flag's visuals, amazing story, the music, the incredible Caribbean and side activities that you'll never get bored of. This game quite literally is the manifestation of the complete package. But make no mistake about it, AC3 is an amazing game in its own right. But the problem is, when compared to Black Flag, this game has a few things to be desired. And I was really rooting for Connor's game to win. I'm a huge fan of AC3. Despite what you might think seeing my other videos, I really am. But the Titan Assassin's Creed Black Flag moves on to the semi-finals. AC3 is eliminated, and with that we come to the end of the second quarterfinals. What a match, what a bout, simply brilliant. This is what I like to see, two evenly matched warriors in a death match. But this is not the end, because in the next match we have the showdown of the beasts. Assassin's Creed 2 versus Origins. There's gonna be some serious fireworks, so you better stay tuned. If you enjoyed the match, please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm, and it's free, so why not support a brother from the Creed? Well, that's it for today, guys. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned. It's your boy VZX signing out.